Hello everyone. So this is Anuj from Chemical Engineering Concepts, and guys, today we shall study about the Reynolds number, a very famous dimensionless number that is used wherever there is a flow. Guys, when you pour honey from the jar into any empty glass or something like that, the fluid, that is honey, has its own cohesive forces. The cohesive forces will bind the fluid particles to itself, along with the force that creates friction with another object, that is the glass in this case. That is, these are the adhesive forces against the wall of the jar. You can see the jar. While pouring out, the honey's gravitational potential energy gets converted into the kinetic energy. Due to the gravitational pull on the viscous fluid, the fluid also experiences an inertial force that accelerates, but it falls at a very slow rate because of the viscosity of the fluid. When you compare this viscous force of the fluid with the inertial force of the fluid, it will give you a number, and that is the Reynolds number. Because force divided by force will be a constant value, and that value is used as a comparable quantity for measuring which of the force among the viscous and the inertial is greater, which actually highly influence the nature of the flow, whether the flow would be like a laminar. Okay, the laminar would be like the flow of the honey, where viscous forces are greater than the inertial forces, or it can be turbulent, that is very random in the case of honey, basically because it has a very high viscosity. Okay, for the turbulent fluid you can take the examples of like the waves in the ocean, where the inertial forces are very huge as compared to the viscous forces, or it is the transition phase from the laminar to the turbulent flow. This was a simple example in which we have explained the importance of Reynolds number. Now if we're going to define the Reynolds number, it is basically a ratio of the inertial forces to the viscous forces, or particularly we can say it is Reynolds number actually characterizes the relative strength of the inertial forces to the viscous forces. Okay, so the inertial forces will be density multiplied by velocity multiplied by the diameter of the pipe in which from which the fluid is moving, divided by the fluid's viscosity, right? Fluid's viscosity, right, this one. So it actually quantifies the relative importance of the two types of forces. Now guys, as you have seen the example of honey, the Reynolds number in the case of honey, where we have high viscous forces, the value comes out to be 10 raised to power minus 4. But when it comes to the ocean that we discussed, the Reynolds number is actually almost 10 to the power 8, where the where you can say that the inertial forces will be 10 raised to power 8 times higher than the viscous forces in the ocean waves. Now look at some more examples on the use of Reynolds number and the examples of laminar and turbulent flows. So guys, this is a tap. You can see the water is being poured in a glass. So the initial part where you can see the water just coming out of the tap is, you can see it's a laminar flow. It's a linear fashion flow, but as it is being poured onto the surface of this, okay, on this surface, the water is getting turbulent from here only. Okay, you can see the transition zone. This is the transition zone, and after that we have the turbulent flow. Another very classic example you can see is the incent. Okay, the incens that we generally use in our households. Okay, so initially you can see the laminar flow. Okay, laminar flow of the smoke, right? And as it gets the interaction with the air, the flow gets turbulent. Okay, so these are the two classic examples of the laminar and turbulent flow. So guys, we can also define the Reynolds number as the ratio of the total momentum transfer to the total momentum, molecular momentum transfer, right? When it comes to the molecular momentum transfer, it will be indicating the viscous forces, right? Also, you have already seen that since the Reynolds number is is indicating the laminar and turbulency, the values of the Reynolds number greater than 4000 for the pipe flows will be denoted as the turbulent flows, while lesser than 2100, right, for the pipe flows it will be denoting the laminar flow. Also, it has a huge number of applications. The Reynolds number has huge number of applications. One of them being the wind tunnel testing. Okay, the amount of the velocity of air will tell the aerodynamic properties of the viscous surfaces that are going to be used in the wind tunnel testing. Right. So, guys. Let's move further and see the experimental study. Okay, how you will be determining the Reynolds number in the lab experiments. So guys, here you can see there is a simple tank, and there is a pipe through which the ink is coming, right? And this pipe is a transparent pipe, a see-through pipe. Now the flow rate of the liquid, of the water that is coming out from this tap will be monitored, and also the ink will also be getting monitored, because this ink is being injected through a needle here at this point. So at the step 1 of the experiment, you have to open the tap partially, open this tap very partially, so that the water flows slowly through the see-through pipe. We have to make sure that there is a constant rate of flow. We have to fill this ink injector, right? This ink injector is to be filled with ink, and we have to observe as the steady stream of the ink starts flowing through the pipe, right? In the step 2, we have to fully open the output tap and observe the flow of the ink through it. You should see something which looks like this. Okay, you can see this type of flow and this type of flow in the later pipe, right? And some observations from this experiment could be that water flows in layers. When the rate of flow is slow, these layers, we have layers of fluids moving across each other, right? When the rate of the flow is very slow, these layers will glide past each other without interacting. However, when the flow rate increases, these layers gain kinetic energy and starts colliding with each other. In the experiment that we have done, the ink injected in the pipe initially flows through one such layer of the water within it. In the first step, since we had opened the tap only partially, the rate of flow of water through the pipe was slow, and as such, the layer of the water containing the ink wasn't getting disturbed by the surrounding layer. Therefore, it was able to flow through it linearly. In the second step that we did, we increased the rate of flow by opening the tap fully. This actually resulted in collisions between the different layers of the water. Since other layers disturbed the layer containing the stream of ink, it got dispersed actually, and the dispersion was random inside the pipe. So guys, this is our first observation. Let's look at the second observation that we have. So guys, this experiment has displayed us the behavior of the fluid according to its rate of flow. From the point of view of the physical forces in slowly flowing liquids, the viscous forces which oppose turbulence are greater than the initial forces which contribute to it. Thus, the fluid remains more or less stable and flows smoothly, and such a flow you will call as the laminar flow. So this is the laminar flow that you observe in your see-through pipe. On the other hand, in rapidly flowing liquids, the inertial forces overpower the viscous ones, and as a result of it, the entire flow gets disturbed and agitated, and this type of flow is known as the turbulent flow. Let's look at the turbulent flow. So this is the turbulent flow. So guys, I hope things are clear up till now. So both these types of flows can be observed in nature as well. A gently flowing stream of water is an example of laminar flow. The water in it is characteristically clear. On the other hand, a fast flowing river is characterized by white and foaming water, having disturbances and eddies. And this is an example of the very famous turbulent flows. So guys, this was the Reynolds number description that I tried to explain it to you, right? So more such dimensionless numbers are coming up on our channel, and to see all those, you have to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any update. So thank you all for watching. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you so much.